Shelby Library, Mount Laurel Public Library. Hope everyone is doing great. All right, today is the day we're going to do some Dumbo's elephant toothpaste. I'm going to do two versions. One is safe for you to do at home. The other is Science Lady safe, but not one you can do at home, but still very awesome to watch. So I hope you enjoy elephant toothpaste. Alrighty, so let's make some simple elephant toothpaste. So for this, I'm going to need an empty bottle. I have a little Dixie cup here of warm water. Doesn't have to be a Dixie cup, just some warm water. I have another cup that I'm going to use for mixing. I have some soap, some dish soap, and then I have some yeast. The little packets of yeast will also work too. It's just the fast-acting yeast. Then I have some hydrogen peroxide. So this is 6% hydrogen peroxide. You use this to dye hair. There's another type that's in a brown bottle, and that's 3%. So you use that if you have a cut or a scrape, and it's the one that bubbles up. And then a little bit later, I'm going to do some elephant toothpaste that's with 27% hydrogen peroxide. And that's what you would use to clean swimming pools. So the bigger the toothpaste, the higher the amount, the percentage of the hydrogen peroxide. If you want to make a type that you can touch, that's kid-friendly, use the 3% or use the 6%. I got mine at Sally Beauty Supply. All right, so what we want to do first is we want to take our empty bottle, and I want to fill it to maybe about right here, see, with my hydrogen peroxide. Here we go. All right, we'll just do a little bit more. There we go. It doesn't take very much at all. So that's my hydrogen peroxide. Next thing I want to add is some soap to it. Now, for this reaction, it's really a reaction between the hydrogen peroxide and the yeast. But the soap is what holds it all together and makes it look like elephant toothpaste. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add our soap. Also, doesn't take very much soap at all. There we go. We're going to go ahead and mix this in. Now, at this point, if you want to, you could add some food coloring. If you want this elephant toothpaste to look a little bit like Aquafresh, you can add some food coloring around the sides. I'm going to keep mine just basically white. It is going to change colors a little bit, but I'm just going to go for the pure white toothpaste. And we'll talk a little bit about the color change here in a minute. All right, what I want to do now is I'm going to take about half a tablespoon maybe of the fast-acting yeast. And I'm going to put it here in the empty cup. We'll just do a little bit more. It's okay if you use more than that, but you don't want your whole cup filled with it or anything. And then I'm going to add my warm water. Just like that. You can use room temperature water too. I think it's a little bit faster if you use the warm water, but that's me. All right, so I'm stirring this up. So I may not have mentioned a spoon in our list of supplies, but a spoon would be nice. All right, here we go. Okay, so all I want to do now is I want to pour my yeast and water into my bottle with my hydrogen peroxide and my soap. So, everybody ready? All right, I'm going to put this, by the way, I have this on a tray. You might want to put a plate down or a plastic tablecloth or something, because it is going to make a bit of a mess. So you just don't want it to go directly on the table. So like I said, I'm using a tray. You can use a plate. That's fine. All right, so here we go. We're going to pour our yeast and water into our hydrogen peroxide. All right. Ooh. There we go. Okay, it is still coming out. It's making a really great sound too as it sort of pours out of here. So again, it's the reaction between the hydrogen peroxide and the yeast. And the soap holds it together. You can see it's kind of twisting around here too, which looks very, very cool. All right, so like I said, you can add the food coloring to it. You'll get a little bit of a yellow color with this because it changes colors, just a chemical reaction that does change colors. It's also a chemical reaction that gives off heat. So if a reaction gives off heat, that's called an exothermic reaction. So we have now a tray full of elephant toothpaste. See where it gets its name? All right, let's kick it up a notch and let's add some different chemicals. So instead of yeast, I'm going to use potassium iodide. Instead of the 6% hydrogen peroxide, I'm going to use 27%. This is not one that you do at home. This is not kid safe, but it is science lady safe, so I will do it for you. All right, so we're going to have a little fun breaking up the surface tension of a liquid. The liquid that we're going to use is whole milk. I'm using whole milk because it has a lot of fat in it, and that makes it better for this experiment. What I'm also going to use, some soap. I have some food coloring, and I have a Q-tip, and I have my milk in a pie plate here. Or you can use a bowl, you can use just a regular plate. It's completely up to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of food coloring on the surface of the milk, and we're going to use the Q-tip with soap on it to break up that surface tension. Makes for a very cool experiment. All right, let's give it a try.